want to be in the video?
Hey guys, so this is the behind the scenes slash making of type of thing for my new main channel video. So if you haven't seen that, you should probably watch that before watching this, otherwise this will be very confusing. First I want to talk a bit about the inspiration behind it, because I've been working on this thing for a while. I wrote the first version of the text about 2 years ago. It all started with the line, "I think I found a flower in a field of weeds" from Surrender by Billy Talent, because someone told me that that line reminded them of me, that I was the flower in a field of weeds. I kept working on this idea and I kept like rewriting the text, but I eventually forgot about it until recently I somehow ended up telling someone about the relationship and the person that inspired me to write this, and I decided to dig the old idea back up. I initially wanted to have 3 scenes, like that are called scenes in it, and the first one that I shot was the dancing in the rain scene. Is absolutely disgusting and pouring out. I'm about to go outside and film myself dancing in the rain, and I'm so gonna freeze to death and die. I've got like the big camera and the little camera because I want to try to do some slow-mo shots. I actually just want to do what the cat's about to do, which is go to sleep. But yeah, let's do this. This part of the text, that the rain was the thing that saved me, and the visuals for that, they were inspired by the Taylor Swift song Clean. Thing is, it was pouring all day that day, and then as soon as I got outside it didn't rain anymore. So after that I kind of had to rearrange and rethink my idea a bit. I had to kind of come up with a little backup plan, which involved a lot of spraying myself in the face with water. Okay, so since it didn't really rain yesterday, I kind of have to improvise for the rain visuals, and what I'm gonna try to do is, I've got this black cloth as a background and I'm gonna spray myself with this water thingy, and I'm gonna try to get like the light in from the back, and you can't even see me. Clearly I'm great at things. That's the problem with this video, is that I have such good intentions and such good ideas, but then I try to actually make it reality and it just looks like shit, which is what's happening right here. But at least I'm trying. It was a huge fucking mess, basically. So the next thing I shot was the shadow scene, which is what I call it. This just keeps getting worse with every scene or whatever. This one I'm actually shooting in the bathroom, because that's the only place the sun shines through the window like this, and I need sunlight to do this. And my backdrop actually has a cat in it, which, you know, I think I can make this work. There's a cat in there, and it's moving, and it's ruining the shot.
You want to be in the video?
Here you go. If you sit there and let the shadow do its thing, then no. What the But good thing is you can't even tell that there's a cat playing around in my backdrop. You also can't tell that I'm sitting right next to a toilet, so it's totally fine. And the last scene that I shot was the one that was made to look like someone else was filming it. Here's how I did that. I know the lighting and all of this is just awful at the moment, but I just shot the last scene of the video. The reason I want to talk about it is because I shot all of this video all by myself. Nobody ever gives you tips on how to do this by yourself. You know, nobody ever gives you tips on how to film yourself, because nobody's insane enough to do that except for me, and I wanted this to look like it was filmed by somebody else. I had no idea how to pull this off at first because if I just put the camera on a tripod, it's not moving at all, and I wanted to have that shaking a little bit that gives away that it's a handheld camera and that somebody's holding that camera. But you can't really do that by yourself, because if I was gonna do it vlog style and hold it out like this, you would have seen my arm in the shot, and that would have given away that it's actually me holding the camera and not someone else. What I did, this is my tripod. So basically I kept the legs together. I loosened up both of the screws at the top so it like moves around a whole bunch. Since this is a fluid head, it doesn't move that much, so it's still stabilized and it looks smooth when you like pan around with it. Put the camera on it backwards so the handle is on my side, and I just like leaned it back a bit so it's only basically standing on one leg. Zoomed in a bit so, you know, this was like not visible here. Basically I just held it like this and I just moved it around a bit differently from the way I was moving, and I also made sure to look above the camera and not into the camera the entire time, so it was like I was looking at a person, or at least that's what I was trying to go for. The last thing that I did before I started editing was record the voiceover for it. So I just recorded the voiceover for this, which was the last thing I had to actually record because I have all the footage, and I'm going to spend the rest of my day over there because I still need to go through some old footage, look for some storm clouds and rain stuff and things like that. I would have filmed regular updates about editing and stuff like that, but basically editing was just me slowly going insane. Hearing your own voice is bad enough, but having to edit things of your own face and just kind of like at the end of it all, when it was finished, I had just spent so much time staring at it. I was so insecure about it. I actually talked to a friend of mine before I'd finished it, saying like, can I send this to you once it's finished? I trust you to tell me that it sucks if it sucks. Outright tell me. I need to know because I can't tell anymore. And I was actually too scared to even send it to him. I was just scared that it was so bad that it was embarrassing and that he'd lose all respect for me that he had left, and there can't be much left, honestly. I thanked him in the description of the video because I was honestly just so thankful that he gave me such genuine, honest critique on it. I don't know, so like, hi, thanks again for your help. It was great. Now I'm actually so incredibly proud of it, and I'm just so glad it exists. And I just, thanks for everyone who watched it, thanks for everyone who liked it, thanks for all of the nice words that you've said about it, and just, that's it. Bye.